Hello and welcome to Your Stocks in the Mumbai studio. I'm Sonal Bhutra and this is a show where we answer all your queries with respect to stocks. Before we go to the guest today, let's just quickly take a look at the markets because this has been an action-packed day today. The Nifty is at the day's low right now, 260 points shaved off there, and from the day's high, it has seen a massive cut as well. So 22,040 is where the Nifty is at right now. And majority of the constituents, look at the cuts that we're seeing on Nifty stocks. L&T is down around 6% right now. It is after the numbers. So they met their FY24 guidance, but the street is not happy with the FY25 guidance that the company is given. So from the word go, the stock was lower in trade. That continues. Coal India is the other one. We have Divi's Labs, which is down 3.8%. Asian Paints just reported their numbers and it was a weak set, a top-down miss, especially on the margin front where the management spoke about some demand issues and down trading as well. However, the outlook that they've given is positive, but the street does not seem to like it. 3.5% cut there. ITC is the other one, which is at the day's low. And we have BPCL, which reports numbers today. That stock is on our radar as well, down around 3.5%. If we talk about the broader markets, the mid-caps are down 700 points right now. That's now seeing a bigger cut than what the Nifty was seeing in percentage terms. So 1.4% gone on the mid-cap index, and it is at the day's low as well. The bank Nifty, it is the one which is slightly outperforming, though of course it is in the red. That too has fallen sharply in last couple of minutes. So watch out for that one. 400 points shaved off on the bank Nifty as well. And this is just after SBI also reported its numbers. So let's get going and talk about some of the queries now. Joining us today is Astha Jain, research analyst at Securities, to answer all your queries. Astha, good afternoon. Thank you so much for joining us. Well, first up, let's quickly talk about these two names that just reported numbers, SBI and Asian Paints. How did they look and what is your recommendation on these two?
Hi, good afternoon. So talking about SBI, the numbers are really ahead of our expectation because we were expecting some sort of decline in the net profit around 18 to 20%. But on the contrary, we have seen some good numbers. So and in fact, what we were expecting is about the slight improvement in GNP and NNP ratios. And I think the improvement is much higher than our expectation. So overall, SBI numbers are ahead of our expectation prima facie. And on the back of that, we are positive on this counter. We really need to see the results in detail. But yes, whatever results bank has posted, they are looking quite strong. And we are maintaining our stance of a hold on this counter. Maybe initial price target can be set at around 850. But yes, if in detail results are really good, what it seems to be right now, then the price target can be enhanced to 900 to 920 also in case of SBI. But talking about Asian Paints, yes, the results are not up to the mark because whatever we are expecting, in fact, we are expecting top line to show some sort of growth. But here we have seen a fall. In fact, EBITDA and the margin also were missed as per our expectation, and the net profit were also low than our expectation. So Asian Paints, we are what we are seeing right now, the results are not at all going as per the expectation, and they are much below the expectation. We really need to see the commentary of management, how the rural demand is picking up in this space. We really need to see, because though the company has seen some sort of price cut, but still company is not able to manage to show strong financial performance. That is what we are seeing right now. So Asian Paint is really a miss from our side. So we are right now giving a hold, although, but no buying is recommended on this counter because we can see some more downside from here for Asian Paint. But yes, SBI is a hold as well as buy with a price target of 850 to 900 at the initial levels.
Okay, all right. So that's your take on SBI and Asian Paints. SBI spiked to levels of around 3%, fell from that, but again is making a recovery there. But the stock has been an outperformer and how. But let's get to some queries, Astha, now. Rahul Jain is writing to us from New Delhi, holds 20 shares of UCO Bank at 30 rupees a share. He wants to know whether to hold or exit at current levels. What would you suggest?
I would suggest a hold on this counter because what bank has posted in their numbers is that they have seen some sort of improvement in their capital CRAR ratio. So I think this is capital adequacy ratio has shown some sort of improvement to around 16.8%. This is what we believe. So there is, and other ratios were also looking okay. So there is no, right now, no need to exit from this counter. Maybe a long-term wait can be there. But still, I recommend a hold on this counter with a price target of 61 to 62 at the initial level. So rather than exiting, it's better to hold for some more time. Maybe 3 months time frame can be fixed for this counter, and target can be set at around 60 to 61.
Okay, all right. Okay, 60 to 61. So he bought it at 30, and there are chances of it doubling from those levels as well. Let's move on now. Divya Khurana is writing to us from Madhya Pradesh. She holds 10 shares of Electra Green Tech at 300 rupees a share. Wow. She wants to know whether she can buy more shares at these levels. Well, she has made a substantial gain there. Of course, the quantity was lower. Otherwise, the absolute gain would have been way higher. But Astha, what would you suggest? The big EV theme, Electra getting orders on the back of that. Do you think that still works for the stock?
Yes, Sonal, even I want to add on that they have got the orders of around 9,000 electric buses. So a big order to execute, and that too within the time frame of 12 to 24 months. So on the order front, this company is really showing strong performance. And in fact, their JV with the BYD is also looking good to us and making them entry into the e-mobility space. So I think all in all, Electra Green is right now also looking good to us. But I think entry is not recommended at this point of time. So fresh entry can be made at the lower level. But yes, one can keep the stock in the portfolio for the price target of around 2,000. And for the fresh entry, wait for some more downside and then enter into the stock. This is what we are recommending.
Okay, all right. So that's Electra Green Tech can still buy at these levels. So congratulations, but there's a massive profit that you've made. But let's move on now. Rohan Patel is writing to us from Mumbai with an investment query. Wants to know which banking stock he can invest in. That's a very specific question here, Astha. Banking space. Do you like the private banking space, the PSUs? Which stock do you think that he should invest in?
So with a disclaimer that Axis Bank we might hold in our PMS also. So we are recommending buy on this counter. So Axis Bank is looking good to us because this bank has shown a strong performance in their retail loan book, as well as their deposits have also seen increase. So Axis Bank has outperformed as per results if we see. So this counter is looking good to us, and we are recommending buy on this counter. Initial price target which we are giving it to is 1,300. So this bank is looking good to us in the private banking space and in the public banking space. SBI, as per whatever results we are seeing right now, even it is looking good. But yes, in depth, we really need to see the results. But if everything goes okay, then again, this is also a good stock to hold and as well as buy with a price target of 850 to 900, which I've mentioned earlier also.
Okay, all right. So slippages for SBI have also come out and they are lower on a quarter-on-quarter basis. So if the team can flash it again for us, they were expected to be stable on a quarter-on-quarter basis, but it is a decline that we are seeing. Slippages at 3,984 crore rupees, which compares with 5,046 crore rupees on a sequential basis. And the poll was suggesting that it could be stable on a quarter-on-quarter basis. So that is a positive number. The net interest margin has come in at 3.3%, which compares with 3.22% on a sequential basis. It has a decline on a YY basis, but still the net interest margin, as the NII suggested, it was a beat. So that is what we've seen in net interest margins as well. These are two important numbers that we just got, and since these are looking good, the stock has spiked again. It is up around 2.7% in trade right now. Of course, we'll get more details in the investor presentation in just a bit, and we have the press conference from the management as well. So stay tuned to the channel for more details in that one. Let's move on now. Rajat Singh is writing to us from New Delhi. He holds 20 shares of PNB at 30 rupees. He's a long-term investor and wants to know the future prospects of his investments. In fact, the bank just reported numbers as well. Astha, what's your take on this one?
So PNB is a hold from our side. Because what we are seeing, yes, we are expecting this bank to post a growth in their net profit. And that is why I think we are positive on this counter, because on the bottom line front, we are expecting some good numbers. And we are recommending a hold on this counter. Initial price target can be set at around 140. So we are giving small target right now, but yes, a hold from our side for this counter.
Okay, hold Punjab National Bank. So that stock also saw a small spike and has outperformed up around 65% in last 6 months. So that's Punjab National Bank for you. For now, we have to get into this commercial break. When we come back, we'll answer more of your stock queries on the other side. So stay tuned for that. Welcome back. You're still tuned into Your Stocks, and we have with us Astha Jain to answer all your stock queries. Of course, we are getting more details on SBI as well, so we'll get to that in just a bit. But to the next query now, Shweta Punj is writing to us from Mumbai. She holds 5 shares of LIC at 600 rupees. She wants to know whether she can buy some more shares. She has made reasonable profit, Astha, but what would you suggest at these levels?
So at these levels, I think one can wait for making a fresh entry, and hold is recommended for the price target of 1090. So for LIC, I think their focus on non-par product is really gaining the traction, and that is why we have seen the share has also increased from 9% to 14% of the non-par products. Secondly, if we talk about this counter, they holds leadership position and they have highest AUM in the industry still with a 74% market share. So I mean, the company with its leadership position and now the focus on non-par products, and they are working to increase more towards showing strong financial performance will be a key to for make a hold on this counter. So right now, a hold is recommended with a price target of 1090, and we are not recommending buy because we think some more dips can be seen before making a new entry. So that will be a better choice rather than making fresh entry now.
Okay, I get that point. Let's quickly take a look at the markets before we go to the next query, because there's a wee bit of recovery, which is led by Bank Nifty, which is led by State Bank of India. So Nifty has seen a slight recovery, but if we look at the Bank Nifty, which was down around 0.7% a while ago, is down 0.5%, and SBI too is at the day's high as we speak, and that is something that is leading to the recovery that we are seeing on Bank Nifty. There you go, SBI at the day's high after the numbers that the bank reported a while back. Moving on, Mahima Pant writes to us from Pune. She holds 5 shares of Paytm at 500 rupees a share. She is a long-term investor and wants to know whether to hold or book her losses. Astha, it's always a debate on Paytm, whether to buy or whether to sell or whether not to hold it at all. What are you suggesting at these levels? 333 on the stock right now, so many resignations taking place there. You think it's a good entry point, or the investor should hold at these levels?
At least no entry is recommended at this counter. Yes, one can hold the stock. And what we are expecting from this counter to show, I mean, some sort of decline in their revenue also, maybe by 20%. This is what we are expecting this counter to post, as we all know the reasons behind it. And in fact, we are also expecting this counter to show the losses, which can widen up to as high as 470 crore, which was only 170 crore in the previous year, Q4 of FY23. So revenues are expected to decline, profits are or losses are expected to widen. So in such a scenario, we are not expecting at all any positive momentum from this counter in the long term. But still, because she's making so much of loss, so it's recommended to wait for the results. Maybe, by God's sake, if something positive comes, so some losses can be recovered. So just for that reason, we are recommending hold. Otherwise, no fresh entry is recommended in this counter. Stay away from this counter is what we are recommending.
Okay, all right. So that is on Paytm. Thank you so much, Astha, for that.